Hachette Audio presents Hidden, a Mitchum story. Written by James Patterson and James O'Bourne. Read by Wayne Pyle. Chapter 1. My moody mongrel, Bart Simpson, kept watch from the warm back seat. He rarely found my job interesting. At least not this job. I was next to the loading dock folding newspapers for delivery. A surly driver named Nick dropped them off for me every morning at 5:50 sharp. What he lacked in personality, he made up for in silence. I always said hello and never got an answer. Not even a, "Hey, Mitchum." It was a good working relationship. Even with the wind off the Hudson, I could crack a sweat moving the heavy bundles of papers. I used the knife I had gotten in the Navy to cut the straps holding them. My station wagon sagged under the weight of a full load. My 2-day-a-week afternoon gig in Milton didn't strain the shocks nearly as bad. I usually dropped Bart off at my mom's then. My dog was as close to a grandchild as she had, and they could both complain about me. In the early morning gloom, I caught a movement out of the corner of my eye and reacted quickly, turning with the knife still in my right hand. It was an instinct I couldn't explain. I was raised in upstate New York, not Bosnia. But I relaxed as soon as I saw Albany Al, one of the few homeless people in Marlboro, standing near the loading dock, a dozen feet away. The older man's whiskers spread as he grinned and rubbed his hand across his white beard. "Hello, Mitchum. They say you can never sneak up on a Navy SEAL. I guess that's true." I was past the point of explaining to people that I was never an actual SEAL. When I took a closer look at the old man, I realized he wasn't ready for the burst of Arctic air that had descended on us. "Al, grab my extra coat from the car. It's too cold to be wandering around dressed like that." "I couldn't." "Go ahead. My cousin usually wears it, but she didn't show today. She's a wuss for avoiding the cold." "I wondered where Bailey May was. I was hoping she had some of her coffee cake." Then I realized the older man hadn't come to keep me company. He'd wandered over to snag some of Bailey May's famous coffee cake, which she handed out like business cards. I said, "I miss her cake too." The old man said, "I can tell." He cackled as he rubbed his belly, but he was looking at me. I patted my own belly and said, "It's my portable insulation." Maybe I hadn't been working out as hard as usual. A few warm days and some running would solve that. The old man continued to cackle as he walked away with my coat. Chapter 2. When I'd finished my route, I headed over to my office off Route 9. At least, my unofficial office. I always hit...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?